Hey guys, it's been a while. Welcome to the rebrand. Obviously that'll make more sense when I can talk to you about it a little bit, but I've got to run a couple errands. Maybe I'll bring you along with me, but we have so much to catch up on. Some of it's great, some of it's not, but I feel like I need to update you all. I feel like I need to get back in the groove of things. My bad. But if you've stuck around and you're interested in the journey, welcome to the vlog. Okay, so first things first, we need to go grab the twins' shot records from their primary care provider because they're getting registered for school this year. This is insane. It's been a long time coming though, because we did hold them back one whole year. But it's weird that it's here. It's weird that just with everything we've been going through, that this is just kind of like another check off the list. And I feel like I need to make it a bigger thing. It's just like we have so much going on. I will definitely make it more of a bigger thing, but let's just get this done. This is definitely a box to be checked today. We have a long week and I'll tell you all about it later. Just secured the twin shot records. Now we're gonna head to the king of grocery stores, HEB, my fave, because I have been craving like a twist on a BLT, and like honestly, Sandoz this summer has been like just where it's at. Maybe it's because I'm living my delusional life and am wishing I just had like a lobster roll or like a chicken salad sandwich on Cape Cod or something. I was supposed to be in Boston this week. However, life happened and we'll get more into that. But we're gonna go get some supplies to make this really cool sandwich. Okay, like I said earlier, I was craving a BLT and I knew the perfect combo of ingredients that I wanted, so I headed to HEB, the king of grocery stores, ultimate grocery store if you live in Texas, perfection. So I started out with some heirloom tomatoes, then went ahead and grabbed some sourdough bread, delicious, and then my favorite goat cheese, it's the Cypress Grove Purple Haze goat cheese. I found this bottle of wine. I actually really like this Sauvignon Blanc. Screw top is a plus. Grabbed some thick cut bacon, and then I headed to the pre-made meals aisle and I found this pea and prosciutto pasta salad that sounded so delicious. And then for dessert, I went ahead and bought the milk and white chocolate covered raspberries from True Fruit. Saw this recess mood drink and thought, why not? You know, have to pay, unfortunately, in this economy. All in all, it was a great trip to the grocery store. I actually love grocery shopping. That might come as a surprise. Success. We got everything we needed. We're gonna head home and let's make this sando together. Okay, we're home. And we've got the goods. We've got our sourdough, our heirloom tomatoes, that pea and prosciutto pasta salad that I'm really excited to try. Really excited. Our recess mood drink. This is the Tropical Bliss. Also have our goat cheese. This is the Cypress Grove fresh goat cheese, and it's the Purple Haze lavender and fennel pollen. This is my favorite goat cheese. And then we have our thick cut bacon. So right now I'm about to put this bacon in the oven, I think at like 400, maybe 15 minutes, we'll see. And I need to toast this sourdough. Once I do all that, we'll come back together and we'll assemble the sandwich and have some really cool conversation. Okay, so happy July, guys. It's July 1st. And we are going to be making our BLT as we chat. A couple of housekeeping things I need to say before this process gets started. One, I love to cook. That's something I've never like really said on this channel. I kind of lost it there for a little bit. I'm slowly getting back into it, finding my groove, finding my passion for it again. Two, I'm not an aesthetic chef or like food vlogger. So just because, ignore the dog. Just because I love to cook doesn't mean everything just looks nice. For example, I toasted this sourdough. It does not look toasted. I toasted it in an air fryer. My parents don't own a toaster, I don't think. Not that I've seen one. Also, too, yes, my parents. I don't know if I've ever mentioned in a vlog. You've seen like my personal space, but I live on my parents' property. I do have a kitchen in my RV, but for if and when I can, I'm cooking in my parents' kitchen. They just have a nicer kitchen, a more spacious kitchen. Anyway, so that being said, let's get started. 2 toasted pieces of sourdough bread, and we're gonna start by cutting up some heirloom tomato. I have 2. I don't think I'm gonna use both of them just because I don't want to waste, but I like the way this big one looks. So like I said, happy July 1st. Speaking of July, let's talk about my Spotify playlist. I'll have to go back and look. I think I started one for June. It's not like a complete one. And I'm okay with that. I was like going through a lot in June, but I am going to start my July playlist, and it's gonna be fire as always. A lot of new music has dropped lately, so I'm really excited to add some of that new music. This heirloom tomato is looking really pretty. Can you see? I love a good tomato. I love a good fried green tomato. If you've never had them, eat one. I don't want to say they're hard to make, it's just they're hard to perfect, and you have to get, obviously, a green tomato. Let's go with 3 slices. Also, another thing I need to disclose is I am really upset with myself because I baked that bacon in the oven, and it was a complete fail first try. My parents have like this really fancy oven, and love fancy ovens, right? We love fancy ovens. But yeah, it's just, things cook a lot faster. So 15 minutes is way too long for the bacon. I had to do a second round of the bacon. And I'm just salting this tomato with kosher salt. And then I'm gonna pepper it. And yes, my parents do not have grinders. I might have some in the RV, but I just didn't feel like going and getting them. So we're just gonna improvise like this. This pepper comes out super fast, so I have to be very careful. But there we go. And I made a mess with the pepper. I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing exactly. Like, this is a very like, I shouldn't say primitive setup, but like, just, I could have done better, but I really wanted to film this and get this out of the way. Not out of the way. I really wanted to talk to you guys. I really did. I just felt it's been long enough. And we're gonna pour ourselves some of this recess mood soda, some ice, wine glass, make it pretty. This is a tropical bliss flavor. I've had this strawberry rosé before. I think it's strawberry rosé. But cheers. I like it. Anyway, so let's get to talking. Let's catch you up. So since we've last seen each other, I think we saw each other in April, if I'm not mistaken. I got a new job. I left my old job, got a new job, still the same field. I'm gonna work for the local school district, the one that's closer to me, and the kids are gonna be able to go there, and it's gonna be amazing, and I'm really excited. It's still in middle school. I was really sad to leave my old school, but reflecting back and looking back on things that led up to the decision and the transition, it just needed to happen. But still a little sad. I helped open that school, so it was like really sad. And plus, the last day of school, I still didn't know if I was leaving or not, so I didn't really get to say goodbye to anybody. So if you are from my old job, bye. I'm gonna miss you. But we power forward, as we always do. Next, plot twist, my divorce is still not finalized. And I've also realized that I've never really given my ex a name on this channel, and I'm really tired of referring to him as my ex. So we're gonna call him E for X. So yes, E and I are still not officially divorced. By the way, I'm taking a scoop of this purple haze goat cheese and I'm spreading it on the toasted sourdough. So yes, me and E are still not divorced. he did finally decide to put my old home up for sale, which is a good thing. It needs to happen. We are both not in very good financial situations, and it's just something that, like I said, needs to happen. I will say I wish he would have made the decision sooner, but we can't hold resentment for that. So anyways, and speaking of divorce and kids and custody stuff and all that, I can't really go into the specifics. Again, it wouldn't be a video without me stumbling over my words. I can't really get into specifics of why this happened, but my custody schedule is going to be changing. How's it going to be changing? Currently, we have our kids 1 week on, 1 week off. We trade weekly. And then because of things beyond my control, we will be switching to a 2 week on, 2 week off schedule. So this week I do not have my children, and starting this Sunday when I pick them up at 6 p.m., I will get them for actually 3 weeks because we had a family vacation planned, and E was very generous and allowed me to have them 3 weeks so we can take that family vacation. Yay. Okay. I'm done spreading. I done a generous smear of goat cheese because I love goat cheese. I'm going to go ahead and place these lovely 3 slices of tomato on the spread. And 3 may have been too much, but you know what? Sometimes excess is great. So this is what we're looking at. Okay. Anyways, so that is that. Let's move on to the dating portion, shall we? So, am I dating? Short answer, yes. Am I in a relationship with someone? No. There was a hot minute where I was involved with someone. Nothing really crazy happened. It just wasn't something that was going to work out. And we both agreed on that, and that's that. Am I optimistic? No. Definitely not optimistic. The dating pool is trash. And he was just lucky enough to already be in a relationship. Okay, but anyway. So no, looking forward, like I'm having fun dating. You have to be intentional, but I don't really go into dating with the sole goal of coming out of it in a relationship. I just want to make connections with people, and if we're going to be friends, we're going to be friends. Okay. Anyway, so we're placing the bacon on our sandwich. I have 4 slices of thick cut bacon, and it's looking really yummy. Let's look at it. Yay! And this is a weird BLT because we're not going to put lettuce, because F lettuce. There's our completed sandwich. Let's cut it. And I feel like a sandwich isn't a sandwich unless it's cut diagonally. Let's take a look at it. Oh. I'm really excited. Really excited. Okay, let's plate. Pretty white plate. I do have my own flat dishware at my RV, but I'm just gonna use my mom's. Next, we're gonna plate. Remember at HEB I picked up this pea and prosciutto pasta salad. I'm a sucker for prosciutto, a sucker for peas, so it just sounded really delicious. And we're just gonna plate some of that onto the plate. Yum. Again, not aesthetic whatsoever. But here's our meal. And I'll come around, eat with you, and chat some more. Sound good? Okay. All right, so anyways, that's it on dating, essentially. Again, having fun with it, not really, no specific goals. Moving on. I did, however, since I've been going through a lot of stress, i.e. the house selling, new custody schedule, divorce not being finalized, new job, all of that can take a toll on someone. So I'm going to take a moment to express the importance of finding someone to talk to. And I have y'all, but I also need direct feedback. So I have my first therapy appointment in a long time scheduled for next week. So am I looking forward to it? No, I feel like I'm going to be reliving a lot of things that I don't want to relive, but it is necessary. Let's go ahead and try this delicious looking sandwich. I have been dreaming of this sandwich for a while, so I think, you know what, even if it wasn't good, I would think it is good, but no, it's pretty bomb. Let's take another bite. So good. I've missed being proud of myself. Ignore the flies. I don't know where the hell they're coming from. In Texas, let me know if you live in Texas and if it's been the same problem. It's crazy. Okay, so speaking of needing someone to talk to, I think the last time we chatted, I updated you on my friend Kenzie and how we had a falling out and how I needed to take a step away from that friendship. Another plot twist, Kenzie and I got together about a month and a half ago, and she did mention that she saw the vlog and that she would like to talk. So we got together for a dinner, and I explained to her my issues, and she was very apologetic and definitely took full responsibility. God damn it. She definitely took full responsibility for her actions, and that felt really good, and that made me realize that she is a good friend. If she can accept fault and apologize and move forward and, you know, not make those same decisions, that's a friend you need to keep around. And friends have fallouts. I mean, it was kind of like inevitable, but we've had a couple of friend dates since. We're not in the exact same spot we were in, but we're getting there. And who knows if it will ever be in the same spot, but I'm enjoying her company, and I'm actually going to be seeing her this weekend, which we'll get into in a minute or two. But let me quit yapping for a second to try this pasta salad. So this pasta salad is from HEB. I want to say this is maybe shredded mozz or parm. Oh, it's definitely shredded mozz. Yeah. Shell pasta, whatever kind of dressing for the pasta salad, but it has peas and maybe some basil and prosciutto. So cheers. This is why I love HEB. Don't get rid of this HEB, please don't. Oh my word, so good. Okay, I guess the next thing we need to talk about. I do have 2 tattoos planned. It's the matter of getting the funds to do it, because you know tattoos are not cheap. One is going to be like what do you call it? Like a what is it called? When you pay homage to somebody, but not in that fancy term. Anyways, I'm getting it because I love my older sister, and she's just always been on my side. I know she loves me. Like, she's been there through some of my toughest times. And Noah Kahan dropped a new album back in April. And he has a song on there called American Cars. And it's literally a song about his older sister and how she's always there for him. Anyway, so in the chorus, he mentions the license plate number. The license plate, I'm getting a Texas license plate on my arm with some things that pertain to my older sister. So that's tattoo number 1 planned. And tattoo number 2, we all know I got can you see it? My 4-leaf clover in Boston. 1, it's Boston. Duh, that's why we got it. 2, I'm part Irish, so that just made sense. 3, 4-leaf clovers are a symbol of good luck. So I figured on my right shoulder, I would get a horseshoe. What's the significance? 1, it represents luck. 2, my biological father wasn't a cowboy by any means, but, you know, hung around that type of friend group. And he had purchased my mom a diamond horseshoe ring that was gifted to me when I was like in high school. I don't want to get into what happened to that ring because it's just kind of a sore subject for me and it just doesn't need to be brought up. But anyway, so I figure if I have my horseshoe and my 4-leaf clover, maybe I'll have better luck. And it's a good like homage to my dad. So yeah, and also on my right shoulder on the back, I have his constellation. So it's just, I guess my right shoulder is dedicated to my father. So good. Y'all, make it. You want me just plain? And if you're gonna sit up here and say, Max, I don't like goat cheese, grow up. Grow up. And for y'all that don't like tomatoes too, grow up. Anyways, speaking of music, at the end of May, I took my oldest to see Youngblood in Austin at the Moody. I took my oldest to see Youngblood, the rock star, at the Moody Amphitheater in Austin. He is an entertainer. He needs all the awards. So good, so good, so good. My daughter had the time of her life. Great little venue too. I also took, I don't know if since I've talked to y'all last you knew this, I did take my son to his first hockey game in Austin as well, or Cedar Park. He had a blast. I had a blast. He won a signed photo of Antonio Stranges, and that's pretty cool in and of itself. Everyone at the HEB Center, shout out HEB again, treated him so well. Like the people around us who have like season tickets were so sweet to him. Love him. And it's just all around cool. Getting into hockey, go Hurricanes, won the Stanley Cup. Yes, anyone but Carter Hart. If you know, you know. And also speaking of sports, can we talk about the FIFA World Cup, specifically the Scottish in Boston? I wish I could have been there for that. Also, really bummed kind of this summer because I was actually supposed to be in Boston this week. I had my plane ticket booked and everything. But because of the new job, the house having to go up for sale, I had to cancel those plans. Boston is still going to happen again, but just not right now. What else, dude? What else can we chat about? Oh, tomorrow I am leaving for Austin. It is 4th of July week. I'm going to see my friend Noah. I haven't seen Noah since February. It's here. Shout out Noah. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to visit my aunt and uncle at their property in Liberty Hill. My parents are already up there. My sister's driving up there tonight, I believe. They're going to float the river tomorrow. I just can't float the river right now. I'm going to spend 2 nights there, so Thursday night and Friday night. I will leave Saturday morning and head to Galveston to go see my friend Kenzie. And we'll spend that day, and I'll spend 1 night there, come home around maybe midday Sunday, and get my kids at 6 p.m. So that's the week, and you're going to see all of that. You're even going to see a lot of the prep for it. I think this week we're getting a good 4 videos worth of content, so yay me for being productive, I guess. What else? Like I said, Noah Kahan dropped his album. 10 out of 10, no notes. No notes. Gracie Abrams dropped her new album. I haven't listened to it in full yet, but Hit the Wall. Hit the Wall is great. There's a couple others that are really good. Those will be going on this month's playlist for sure. And a lot of the songs from, ignore the dog. A lot of the songs from Off Campus. Speaking of Off Campus. Yeah. Garrett Graham, wherever you are, call me. It's been a while since I've found a scripted TV show that I've been like really into. I think I've rewatched Off Campus like 3 times already. I understand some of the like cheesiness of it, but I mean, once you realize it's a book adaptation, you can look past it. And I'm obsessed with the relationships in that show. I'm obsessed with the way male characters were portrayed. They did such a great job. So if you're a girly pop, go watch Off Campus. And if you've already watched it, watch it again. Duh. Okay, enough about off campus. Current obsessions. I'm obsessed with the fact that Matthew Sturniolo is releasing a memoir on August 18th. And no, I wasn't asked to say that by anybody because who the hell am I? But definitely excited to read that. If you don't know who Matthew Sturniolo is, he is 1/3 of a triplet trio. That was the dog. A triplet trio who are YouTubers, the Sturniolo triplets. They have a huge platform. I don't know how you wouldn't know about them, but anyways, I'm really excited to read his upcoming memoir, especially with someone who struggles with mental health. I'm really intrigued to hear his story. Okay, other obsessions. And not even to like be too on the nose about it, the movie Obsession. I saw it twice in theaters. Curry Barker. I mean, if you didn't do it intentionally, you just wrote the ultimate like man versus bear movie. Like, Indy Navarrete, girl, props to you. I play psychotic girlfriend from time to time, but you do it way better. And we know you aren't psychotic of your own volition. We know. But yeah, so Obsession, 10 out of 10. Backrooms? Okay. Maybe it was a disservice to have both of those horror movies playing at the same time in theaters. I did understand Backrooms. I understand what it was trying to do. It didn't do it. Come at me. It didn't do it. It could have done it way better. It could have been Obsession good. But it wasn't. I saw the Michael movie. As far as a biopic goes, 6.5 out of 10. Yeah. I would say Freddie Mercury biopic was way better. But, you know, for nostalgia purposes, I enjoyed watching it with my parents and my daughter. She's a huge Michael Jackson fan. What else? Oh, I saw Toy Story 5. I don't think Toy Story ever misses. And that might be a bold statement, but I'll stand by that. I mean, Disney is notorious for being performative. I mean, we can name examples like Elemental, Strange World. I did enjoy those movies, but like, I mean, if you know, you know. But yeah, Toy Story 5, I appreciated Jesse's backstory. I love that they've taken it upon themselves to give these toys more backstory. And I'm obsessed with Lily Pad. I did tell my twins though that if you don't play with your toys and you only play with a tablet, your toys go to toy hell. And I don't know what kind of parent that makes me, but it worked. So yeah. Anyways, that's the update. The sandwich, let's rate it. It is delicious. I love goat cheese. I don't think I made the right decision using the Cypress Grove goat cheese because it has the fennel pollen in it, and I don't like the way the fennel is tasting with the sandwich. However, taking everything into consideration, we're gonna give this 7.5 out of 10. I'll make it again. I think next time I might try a different type of bacon and do just regular goat cheese, no herbed goat cheese, no nothing. The tomato really needs to stand out, and I think the fennel kind of overpowers that. And if you grew up with like Totino's frozen pizzas as a child, like I did, you'll know what fennel tastes like, and you're like, why do you put this on Totino's pizza? Yeah. The pasta salad, 8 out of 10. And honestly, I don't know what you could add to make it better. There's something though, but I love it. I'll be repurchasing. So good. HEB knew what it was doing. Sometimes HEB doesn't hit, like certain things, but they got this right. All in all, it's been good chatting with you. I know I said this was gonna be a vlog because I planned on filming more, but I feel like this needed to be like a sit down type of thing. I miss you guys. Are we back? Are we so back? I hope we're back. I should be getting a lot of good content for you guys this week. You'll see Noah again. You'll meet Kenzie. I'm actually gonna film like a prep video. Maybe we'll get like 3 videos worth of content out of this. I'm trying to think. But anyway, I'm prolonging this. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Follow the July playlist. It's not up yet. Hopefully by the time this posts, it will be up. Tell me in the comments, favorite off-campus character? I already said mine, Garrett Graham. Tell me what new music you've been listening to. Tell me if you listened to the Noah Kahan album, and tell me if you loved it and why your answer was yes. Let me know if you've listened to the Gracie Abrams album in full, because if you have, I would like to know your thoughts and opinions on the best songs in the album. Also, Taylor Swift had that feature in Toy Story 5. I loved it. Loved it. Not her best, but for what it was, I appreciate it and I love it. But anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for listening to me like rant. Thanks for listening to me rate food. thanks for just like being here. Here's some more updates and fun times and looking ahead, and hopefully things get a little less chaotic. Love you.